unbelievable. Was this just the best Bears game of the century? The Bears show once again they refuse to give up and force the Packers to choke away the game. What a night. Welcome into the Halas Huddle. I'm Bob Weiss with my good buddy Justin Oniemi. Justin, what did we just watch?
I don't know. I mean, this is a team that you can never give up on. I'll be honest, several times I thought it was hopeless. You're down 21-3 at half. You don't look like you belong. It's just an embarrassing way to go out. And you had said coming into this, I don't want to see a game where they only show up for 2 quarters. Well, darn it, they showed up for, I'd say 2.5. We could talk about that opening drive maybe. But how do you win a game that you are 2 for 6 on 4th down conversions and 0 for 3 at recovering fumbles? Like, I don't think teams win those games except for the 2025 Chicago Bears. This has been a special journey we're on. I'm loving every minute of it. What did you see?
And I will specifically say about the 2025 Bears because this is what the Bears have done all year. They showed a tweet from Micah Parsons at halftime that said, we have to shut these Bears fans up. This is a team that plays 4 quarters. We have to finish the job. And because they know the Bears are still coming, despite what the score is at halftime, the Bears are still going to make this a game. They froze. They tightened up. They start putting Josh Jacobs on kickoff return. They start running crazy trick plays to offensive linemen when they just need to run their offense. And that is because of the Bears' reputation. So, yes, once again, the Bears did not play a complete game of football. That's something that they're going to continue to move on in these playoffs. Week 18, they played 1 quarter. Today, they played 2, maybe 2.5, depending on that first drive. We'll get into a little bit. But if they're going to win next week against whoever it might be, say the Eagles, they're going to have to play at least 3 quarters. But as long as they keep ending up in wins like this, just what a game. Unbelievable.
I know it's going to be talked about. I'll mention it here. We can come back to it later. But, if you want to talk about how players get that legacy, Caleb Williams remaining cool, although on the sideline, he's lighting people up this game. I haven't really seen him do that too much.
Yeah, he was
everything's on the line, guys. You got to know what you're doing. Luther Burden's lined up in the wrong spot, shifting late, doesn't read it how Caleb does.
The wrong route, yeah.
I mean, there's a lot, and yet he remains cool as a cucumber. My son, he's 19 years old, so he doesn't know the old history. And he said, I don't know there's a comp for Caleb Williams. And I said, let me show you something. There's a guy named John Elway. And I'll be honest with you guys, watching those highlights, throwing off platform, cannon of an arm, coming up clutch. I love it. I mean, It was just
that 4th down ball, he's rolling left and lofted up over the linebackers into a Dunze's hand on 4th and 8 or whatever. I mean, that's the game right there. An unbelievable throw. There's another, he's moving to the right. I think it's in the 3rd quarter. He's moving to the right down the sideline, just throws a bullet, I think, to Smite.
Yeah.
I mean, that was unbelievable. There's still then he just kind of misses wide open throws or seemingly wide open throws. Who knows what's going on in his head? Maybe he just knows it's better to have an incompletion. I don't really know. Maybe just give him too much credit. But at the end of the day, 24 for 48, 50% completion percentage, not great.
Couple
but
drops.
He had to put it on his back. He had to carry this team in the 4th quarter. 361 yards, 2 touchdowns. He gets 2 interceptions. We're on 4th downs. And to be honest, one of them, thank you, Packers. He gave us 25 yards of field position that you didn't need to. So Caleb Williams, you really just can't say enough about him. And then the other thing we'll say is, we talked in our preview episode about who's the number 1 option for the Chicago Bears. It certainly looks like Colston Loveland has claimed that title as the number 1 option. 15 targets in this game, 8 catches, 137 yards, just consistent big play, big catch after big catch. Colston Loveland is looking like a top 10 pick.
Well, and I'll tell you this. I would put Colston Loveland. He's the first one that Ben Johnson got to select, so I think that tells you he's the guy. He's your number 1, and I think Luther Burden's your number 2. And I want to tell you this. That touchdown that won the game to DJ Moore was a play the Bears ran earlier in the game on 3rd and 8, a little screen to Burden, and he's one of the only players where you throw it behind the line when you need 8, and you still feel very confident he'll convert. So they run the play again. Green Bay bites completely, thinking it's a screen to Burden. DJ Moore slips in for a touchdown. So that shows me a lot of things. That's the play caller, Ben Johnson, for you. Now, that being said, Bob, I texted you something. I want to talk about it on the podcast here.
I want to make sure you brought that up.
Ben Johnson, in the first half especially, was calling this game like an offensive coordinator. He's the head coach. as an offensive coordinator, when you were in Detroit and Dan Campbell's the one that's going to be his butt's on the line when you lose a playoff game, you know, those types of things, you want to go for it as the OC. Oh, we can get 4th and 3. We can do this. You're on your own 30 or whatever. I thought it was that, and I thought it was having no confidence in the defense, which at that time of the game, you had no reason to have confidence in them. But what did you think about that comment? He called this like an OC, not like a head coach.
Yeah, honestly, when you said it, I wasn't exactly sure what you meant by that, other than I knew he was being uber aggressive, super aggressive. And I think to the point of, you know, the offensive coordinator, head coach, he knew he had a perfect play call on that one 4th down where it was a bad snap, and then Caleb kind of panicked and threw it kind of low. If you watch Luther Burden, his crossing route, if Caleb Williams is able to read it and loft it up over the offensive line, and he's running all day, that's a touchdown. Ben Johnson had the perfect play call, and I think that had a lot to do with why he was so confident for going to it at that down and distance and, you know, in your own yardage. But yeah, it was certainly ballsy, and I think also it had just as much to do with this defense. And you know, for as ugly as it looked in the first half, for as just Green Bay was able to do whatever they wanted, wide receivers running wide open, you then have to give the defense credit for giving the offense a chance to find their footing in the second half, right? That third quarter was something else. I don't know exactly what was going on the Packers sideline, but the Bears were ready to play. That's how it started that third quarter. And that turnaround just really helped, because even the Bears offense, they were moving the ball, but they could not get the ball in the end zone. I think they were 0 for 3 in the red zone until they started scoring actual touchdowns. And, you know, it was 21-9, I think, at one point, right? And that's as good as the defense at that point. The totality of the game at that point was as good as the defense could have done. So let's give them some credit there. They didn't actually get the takeaway today that they needed, but they popped the ball out a couple times. But give some credit to them.
I'm going to give some credit to another guy. So they didn't pick up any of these fumbles, especially the one where they throw to an offensive lineman and he thinks he's going to go for the Heisman or something. I don't know what he was doing, but easy one to recover, and Dexter just doesn't do it. But if you remember, I think it was only 2 more plays later. One was an incompletion, so not much game time had gone. Duvernay with a great punt return that shifted the field, almost as if you had recovered that fumble. So different. You got to play complementary football. That's not what we saw in the first half. It's absolutely what you saw in the second half. Every unit picking up the other unit. These Bears are never out of it. Even when you think they are, they're not.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of joking, and I was away from the first half. I was watching remote on my tablet for the first half, and I'm driving home at halftime, basically, and I text you. Sorry, I should be home just in time for this game to get close again. And right then, end of the third quarter is when I'm sitting on my couch, and here we are. We had a football game, just like typical Bears fashion.
So another text I remember sending you that I want to chat about, not too much, but they came out in the third quarter doing exactly what they had to do, dominating. But for 15 minutes of football,
3 and out right out the top.
Yeah. But if you look at the totality of the third quarter, 15 minutes of football that you dominated, you put up 3 points, you held them to nothing. When you're down 21-3, that's not enough. At least it shouldn't be. But
so let's get into particulars about why that kind of was. There was a 4th and 3 or 4th and 1 call, I believe, from the 3-yard line or 6-yard line. Sorry.
Yeah.
4th and 1 from the 6-yard line. And they run some little like play action where really DJ Moore was the only route that was being run. And it's just, he fell on the route. Like, this offensive line is really the identity of the offense right now. Caleb Williams is rounding into form, but he's not, you know, necessarily exactly where we want. Like, you're the Chicago Bears. You invested all this time and effort into that offensive line. You've proven throughout the course of the season it's your strength. And 4th and 1, like, that should have been 5 consecutive runs into the end zone.
Yeah.
That's what that should have been. But instead, we got a little cute with the play calling, and, you know,
two of your Pro Bowlers are offensive linemen, and 2 of your All Pros are offensive linemen. Pound the ball. You need a yard. And honestly, if you don't get it, they pick up the ball right there. Now, the interception, they only advanced it like 4 more. But it was an awful call. And, you know, we love Ben Johnson, but we're still going to call him out on certain things. In real time, my son and I were saying the 2 things we want to see in this order: pound the ball and get the yard, or like a rollout where Williams has the option to use his legs or hit a receiver. They did nothing like either one of those, and it showed.
Yeah, and the even like other cutesy trick plays really didn't work. Gary Ross gave you a little shout out right now. He tipped and said there's going to be 3 trick plays in this game, and I think he said one was on the goal line. So I don't think we saw that one, but we saw the other 2 with Cole Kmet rolling out in the first half. The wide receiver wasn't open. I thought if he would have made a decision to run a little earlier, I think the result of the play would have been a little better. And then there was that other play actually completed somewhere else, but Theo Benedict running down the field for a route. Yeah, I think it was one of big Colson Loveland's big chunk plays.
He was moving.
Yeah, exactly.
And they ended up needing him at left tackle, though. So
actually, real quick, that's something I wanted to bring up. I think it's important. We spent a lot of time on this show in August talking about the left tackle position, right? Who's going to be it? Is Braxton Jones even good if he was healthy? Can Trapolo move to left tackle? You know, who is Theo Bennett? Why is Theo Bennett even getting reps? And here we are in a playoff game. Your starting left tackle goes out and Bennett comes in, and I'm feeling pretty good. So we go from having no idea how we're going to be even close to confident on the left tackle to having, hey, we got lots of guys who come in and play left tackle and feel good about it. So I think that's just something worth.
Would you have felt good if Micah Parsons was on the field instead of in that press booth or press box?
What happened today is what happened today, Justin.
That's right.
We can't, make
that's right.
what the myths or whatever. But
wow. So game balls? I don't know.
It's so tough to say game balls. I mean, I think the obvious one is you just got to give it to Caleb Williams. I mean, you see just how locked in he is. That touchdown pass after the DJ Moore is just, he's literally just cold as ice. He's just, DJ, I got this, guys.
DJ had just dropped a ball that you put right on the spot.
Right. And, you go back to him 2 plays later, and then, you just know you're the man. You got another one or?
Oh, yeah. There's another more obvious one, right? Loveland.
Yeah, exactly.
They're putting up, I wasn't that much on the screen looking at the stats and everything, although I do like how Amazon does their game. I'll give them credit. But I think he must have set, I don't know if he set a rookie record, but first rookie since some long time ago to have over 100 yards, and he went way over. You said it already, but 137 on 8 catches, 15 targets. That's huge. When they know you're the guy and you're still making those plays, quite impressive. And, it's not a trick play, but on that 2-point conversion, they went jumbo heavy set, but they put all 3 tight ends spread out like wideouts. And there's your guy, Loveland, who basically is a wideout, but that ball was put on a rope.
Yeah.
Perfect placement. So you see that chemistry coming. And so I don't know if the 2025 Bears are ever going to show us what it looks like when this is clicking, but 2026 and 2027.
I mean, won't it look like the last 18 minutes of this game, but for 60 minutes?
Okay.
Right?
Sign me up.
Sign
me up.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. So should we quickly talk to – you have another game ball?
No, those were the 2. Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk quickly. What scenarios are possible here?
We will play the highest remaining seed. So if the Eagles win, we definitely play the Eagles.
Right.
And then
if the Niners win,
we will play the Rams. That's right.
At home, thankfully.
Yeah, both games would be at home. I think I'd rather play the 49ers. I think just with the way our coaching staff is, give me a second shot.
Can't play the 49ers.
Team. What?
Rams or Eagles?
Oh, Rams or Eagles. That's right. Sorry. Thank you. In that case, I think I'd rather face the Rams. I don't know.
Okay.
I mean,
don't spot them 21 though.
Yeah, don't do that. Whoever it is, you got to play 3 quarters.
3.
You know that you already beat the Eagles, but I mean, was that just an off game for the Eagles? Are they going to be able to make adjustments on you?
They're the Super Bowl champs.
Yeah.
Until they're not. But you
really sprung this on me. I wasn't prepared. Now I think I would rather play the Eagles. I don't know if our defense and secondary has what it takes to stop Stafford, Nakua, and
Devontae Adams.
You're
right. Nakua can do whatever he wants. And real quick, another little nugget. At the beginning of the game, I was like, I'm pretty sure Kyler Gordon was healthy. Did he get hurt in warmups? Why is he not out there? I think he was on a pitch count, but they wanted to make them matter and count. And so they were saving him a little bit, which it ended up working out.
Yeah, I think he probably played way more snaps than maybe he was
Well,
he didn't look great. You know, in coverage, he was loose in coverage. It didn't look like he was moving the way he didn't look like Spider-Man out there. He wasn't, quick and nimble the way you want him to be. And but whatever.
Better than McLeod, though.
He looked better than McLeod. That's for sure. For sure.
Ben Johnson does like beating Matt LaFleur twice a year. He got his second one, and we are over the moon. Like I said, wow, unbelievable.
All right, so real quick, if you're still with us, please like this video, comment below, let us know how pumped up you are about this win. Who do you want to see in the next round? And make sure you subscribe. And then also, I think we just got to mention our guy Rob has not been with us these last 2 episodes. He is down in Florida just running some ridiculous I don't even know what to call it. It's a mega marathon or something with his wife, Ashley. It's a 5K, a 10K, a half marathon, and a full marathon. And so, Rob being committed to this and everything, he actually is asleep right now. Unfortunately, he's going to wake up and run a marathon, by the time you're watching this video.
So it's through Disney, and they have to run before the park opens. So I think he has to get up at 2:30 in the morning or something to start the whole process. So we were discussing, you just wake up and see the score and just think, oh, yeah, the Bears just won. Oh, wow. How do you rewatch this without spoilers?
Rob, if you wake up, you see the game, and you click the Halas Huddle immediately, you're probably our 12th viewer. We got it, dude. We got it. What a game. Go run your race, and then we'll talk about it when you're done.
All right. Suggested comment. Would you rather us talk Bears second round, divisional round playoff, or should we start looking at prospects and mock drafts? What do you guys think? The season's still going. We got this.
That's right.
All right. Love it, Bob.
That's it. Bear down. Claws up.
As if the Packers always.